Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Respected DG IIMC, Mr. Sunit Tandon, Mr. Bhatnagar, the course director of this program, all our respected faculty members and dear young friends. It's indeed a matter of great privilege and pride to be present here at this valedictory function of your training. And it's heartening to note that 2013 and 2014 batches have gathered here together at the culmination of this training program. You're aware that IIMC is one of our very prestigious organizations, certainly no less than any other academy in the country. The faculty here is fully geared to handle all the challenges that the media and communication sector offers in today's times. First of all, I would like to acknowledge with thanks the report that was submitted by Mahima and the kind of insight that she has given me. It's indeed happening that it's a very thought-provoking insight, and we'll definitely look into some of these ideas and how to translate them into practice. I can assure you that as far as INB ministry is concerned, consistently and constantly, we are upgrading the infrastructure and laying more and more emphasis on training. The skills that you require in today's world of media and entertainment are far greater than what we possess today. The whole landscape and the paradigm of media and entertainment sector is shifting at a very rapid pace. We see the challenges that are coming before us on a day-to-day basis, hour-to-hour, minute-to-minute basis. You are aware that ever since the new government has assumed office, Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable Minister for Information and Broadcasting have laid special emphasis on upskilling the youth of this country, and you are a representative sample of that. I would definitely be very keen that whatever thoughts that come to your mind, kindly put them in black and white and give it to us. We'll certainly look into those ideas. But you have definitely a very promising and a challenging career ahead. I don't know how many of you will actually stay in the information service, because I find that the number of vacancies are increasing day by day, because a lot of you, I think, appear for the IAS exam, IPS exam and other central services exams and get away from us. Whereas communication itself needs a lot of specialization in today's times, and those who stick to the information service, I can assure you that you have a very satisfying and a very fruitful career ahead. As far as the information paradigm is concerned, the whole growth of media and entertainment sector, whether it is print or electronic or social media, it's growing at a rapid pace. The overall growth pattern, if you see, despite the overall slowdown in the economy world over, but this is one sector which has grown at the rate of about 9 to 11%. We have been monitoring what has been happening in the print media side. We have about 100,000 publications, and the sector is growing at a rapid pace. At the same time, we see that the electronic media is also getting abreast with a lot of developments, and there are about 800 odd channels, TV channels that you see today in the country. Half of them are news and current affairs channels, and we have almost about 250 applications which are pending with us, which are under various stages of scrutiny, and they will be cleared very soon. So you can imagine that what is going to happen to the country, which has roughly about, say, 1,000 channels from now, or 1,500 channels. The Electronic Media Monitoring Center, which has been set up, I think some of you may have had an occasion to visit that center, where the monitoring of various programs is carried out purely from the point of view of program and advertising code, because we want to know that what kind of content are we putting out to the audience at large. Because ultimately, as far as INB sector is concerned, we feel that we are only enablers and facilitators in this whole paradigm. The viewers and listeners are our targets. So ultimately what the common man wants, that is something which we have to focus upon. That is the main idea and main focus of the activity as far as INB is concerned. Digitalization is an initiative that has already been undertaken by the ministry. The phase 1 and phase 2 program of digitization of cable TV network has already been undertaken. We have seen the results. You and I watch and surf through the channels every day in and day out when we see the news channels or the general entertainment channels. And you can imagine, with the number of channels that are going to grow and the viewer having the privilege to see as many channels as he wants to surf on his bed every day or a sofa set, he can see what exactly is going to be, what is more entertaining. The hunger for entertainment is growing, so are the number of films which are growing. We have seen that we produce roughly about 1,500 films. It's almost one of the largest film producing countries in the world. There are about 10 odd co-production, visual co-production treaties that have been signed with various countries. So the last one was China, which was signed very recently. Canada we had signed in the early part of this year. And now to operationalize those co-production treaties is also a challenge before us. So print media, electronic media and the social media. Social media, the news is put out almost every half an hour. What Honorable Prime Minister is viewing every day is the social media developments. He wants to know what exactly are the trends that are taking place. What are the developments that are taking place from an hour to hour. If there is a meeting that was taken with some foreign dignitary, what was the response of the masses to this meeting? What was the issues that were discussed and what was the response of the public as far as those issues are concerned? These are the challenges that we look at from a day-to-day basis. So some of you who are tech savvy and with the digitization and evolution of technologies which is happening in the country and the world over, I think it's going to be one global village where the news will travel much faster than you and I can travel, which has already started happening. Various flagship programs that the government is undertaking, I think some of you may have already witnessed. The latest one being the Clean India campaign. Now, Clean India mission has already been undertaken by the country, and gradually it is percolating down to the grassroots level. We feel that that is where the challenge of information service lies, that how do you get the involvement of the masses and the common man at the grassroots level in the remotest corner of the country to get concerned and involved in the Clean India campaign. How do you actually, change and motivate him and sell the kind of commitment that we expect out of a common man? These are some of the challenges that we'll have. The Jan Dhan Yojana, the BetiBachao, Beti Padhao Yojana, Clean India campaign. Then we have today the ShramevJayateKaryakram Yojana, which has been launched by the government. Now that's another Yojana which is aiming at Shram Suvidha. Now these are some of the key flagship programs which the government has already undertaken. So the challenge before you is that we will ask you that what exactly, how to develop a communication strategy to ensure that these programs are a success in amongst the population at large, and what kind of tools, communication tools, which you will deploy to ensure that there is a greater success. We have always laid a lot of emphasis on training of our officers and especially youngsters who come to the information service, because training is very critical and significant component of the building of an officer. Being a government servant and a practitioner of mass communication, you have to develop a delicate balance between what the government wants out of you, what the society you have to actually address to, and the people who are actually getting governed by the government. So it's a very, very delicate balance, and every day the challenges are increasing minute to minute. Information disseminated by media has assumed a very critical role in our democratic governance and polity. In a country as diverse as India, with disparities in income and inequality in social structures, the government needs an active process of communication to feel the pulse of the people, to listen to and to respond as quickly as possible. The role of information service, therefore, is to bridge the gap between the people and the government. In other words, the mandate of the service is not only to bring government to the people, but also to get people's views across to the policy makers. And across, I have seen that increasingly the number of ministers who have been seeking the involvement of information service officers is increasing at a phenomenal pace. That speaks volumes of the contribution of the Indian Information Service to the nation building capacities. In this age of fast mass communication through electronic and social media, it is imperative to respond swiftly and firmly to the situations in real time. In any unfolding situation, the government has to be seen and heard using various platforms of media to reach across to citizens. I am happy that the Indian Institute of Mass Communication has designed a program in such a manner that you have got a wider perspective of not only the theoretical aspects of the communication strategies, but also some of the practical knowledge that you have seen while visiting various states in the country and various units that you have visited, interacted with lots of people, and that will give you an insight into what exactly the expectations of the masses are. But I can tell you that the years ahead are going to be far more challenging than what we have witnessed in the last 35 years of my service in the IAS. I feel that you will have to respond far more in a far more swifter manner than what we have been doing. And with the age of digitization and the revolution in the technologies which is taking place, I am sure you will all be geared up to meet these challenges. We have a very bunch of very bright officers who have done exceedingly well in the Indian Information Service, and they have commanded respect in various ministries, departments, and in the state governments. And I am sure that you are the budding information service ambassadors who are going to meet this challenge for the country as a whole and for the Information and Broadcasting Ministry. I really wish you good luck and feel that you will definitely have a very successful, satisfying and a fruitful career ahead. Should you need any kind of assistance from Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, I am just an SMS away or a phone call away from you. Thank you very much. Good luck.